Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I like to read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah. All you got to do is push the back button. That's all you got to do is push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody out there doing the dance? Your boy, Coach Lee. Happy Monday to you. Hopefully you have a great weekend. We're back at it like we're mad at it. Welcome to the Play Call Sheet off-season edition as we are marching ever so closely to an action-packed Thursday night we got playing out for everybody. But before we can do that, let's get the crew up in here and do our damn thing as always. First off, coming in hot. My man from the Northeast doing this damn thing with that serious face. He backstage ready to knock us out. Let's do it, my man. Better why?
Oh, hell, I'm going to do him like Tank because we the A side. What's going on, Coach? As I said,
what's up, man?
A-side, and that's what happened. You can't be on the B side and expect to beat us. But we're going to show y'all tonight, man. Happy Monday to everybody. Getting everybody's mojo kicked in because mine's is, as Coach said. Monday's my favorite show, man. And I hope it's y'all's as well. But before we continue, we're going to play a little Foursquare tonight, 4 screens tonight. You know, I bring this screen on first because, you know, it's going to be great to have him during the week. You know, full dose of this guy. I hope he's paid in insurance, first off. Yeah, he has, because he's here tonight. My guy, Jake, in the building. What's the word?
Hey, what's up? Happy to be back. Yeah, the villain's home. Villain's here all week. But first off, I'd like to congratulate Mike Brown on winning head coach of the year in the NBA.
Hey, you should congratulate him. Congratulate him for that loss yesterday too.
Hey, and with that, like, dang, my bad, I'm all messed up. See, I ain't used to being here on Mondays, right?
Mm-hmm.
Met a lot, and
You've
say
been
we're
playing
playing the first square. Let's bring in Cheryl Will.
Cheer Will.
This guy serious?
Oh, I gotta love it.
Oh, no, that was classic. Classic callback. I like it. And we ain't even gonna explain that joke to you because if you was here, you would know why that's hilarious.
We got
What up? What's good with you?
How we doing today, people?
Everybody doing well? Chris owe me some money. And he better come in this podcast tonight. But
yo, do not freeze blackberries, fellas.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
Really? Well, why? Where the fuck was you a couple days ago?
Got throw him in a shake.
What's up, Bobby? We see you out there, fam.
Good with you, Marie. We out here. You know,
Bobby Marie was good.
Bringing them all in.
Who's a Facebook user?
That's what I'm trying to figure out who Facebook user is.
Figure it out, coach.
Oh, you know I will. You know
you got one job. No, I'm kidding.
I know, right? Drop the ball, man.
You got many jobs, including still being T-Pain, by the way.
It still sound like it.
Sometimes. I don't want to tell you because you're gonna fix it, but that's just hilarious.
I don't know what's going on with it, but we're gonna work with it. Because on stage number 2, passion.
We're hearing this, right? Jake, he gave himself the nickname.
Marie is self-proclaimed. I don't know how.
I don't know how that comes about, but I guess that's the
what do you mean it's self-proclaimed? Will, you gave me the nickname.
Did I?
Yes.
All right, then I gave it to him. I guess it's my fault then.
It's official.
I created a
monster. It's official today.
Yeah.
I have to call
that's Kawan. What's up, Kawan? You know, I told you I was gonna figure out who it was.
I was out there trying to figure it out myself.
Shout out to my man. Kawan, man. Shout out to the missus on the 10-year anniversary, man. Celebrated this weekend. Appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? One love. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do out here. We are chained together. We are all together. We are family. So, shout out to you, man. But guys,
what you doing?
We in the huddle. Where we going? Shotgun.
Let's go. Yeah.
We go. RB strong. You know what I'm saying? Somebody want a Hail Mary?
We're gonna do this last Hail Mary because this guy here, he probably gonna lose it. But we finally have something that came to an end today.
Thank God.
Will, if all people, Will is on board with it. So our news for today is there was finally a trade that happened. That should have happened like 2 months ago.
Jesus.
And that was one discount double check. Going to the Big Apple, man.
They
Did
went
that
on
surprise anybody finally happened?
No, they went on like 6 dates and he didn't close the deal once.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the reason I didn't want it to happen on draft night. You know, let these kids, you know, if there's a trade that happens, let it between these college kids and all that, man. Come on, Aaron. You know, and I'm happy that, you know, the football world on both sides, the Packers and the Jets, were smart enough to get this deal done on Monday. So now you can have your chatter wherever you want to have your chatter about it, and then, you know, you can move on to the NFL draft.
Took, I was literally ready to argue your very first point of the night with you, and then you made a great point. Yeah, it's about the kids, man. Let them have their night. You're 100% right. I was being selfish when I was getting ready to argue with you because I was gonna say, nah, I wanted that draft night so we could report that and have that be content for us. But nah, you're right though. You couldn't be more right, and I'm glad it can finally over. I think they fleeced the Jets still. The guy's he's a corpse. I mean, I know he can still play, but he's ancient. He's 37 years old. Unlike a Tom Brady, a lot of his game, not a lot, but a good part of his game is having the snap of that arm, is having the mobility in the pocket. It's more athleticism than Tom Brady relied on. So this idea that he could play well into his 40s isn't going to happen. It is a flake. My man's been Brett Favre for the last 2 years talking about retiring. It was a full-time Jack move. And I'm glad the Jets got Jack because they're in my division. So,
that's where the bias comes from.
Also, is there any quarterbacks left to come to the AFC? Because apparently they're all here.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
2.4 round pick. That becomes the first and play 65% of the players. Jets are going to send them.
Who's left in the NFC? Name an NFC quarterback. Anyone go. It's ridiculous.
Who is the best left in the NFC now? Hurts.
Dak.
That's kind of tentative.
Don't say Dak.
But I mean,
hey, man.
Kirk.
Justin Fields.
Kirk. Shit. The cupboard is bare is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, and he hurt.
Yeah. Mr. Call of Duty.
They said the same thing. Kyler, no bull, hurt. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, in regards to the trade, man, at the end of the day, he didn't, like Will said, you know, he's old, you know. Are the Jets going to be at fault when all this is all said and done for this going for it right now? But you know me, I'm a guy of do it right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know what the world's going to happen. We don't know what the Jets are going to be, you know, but let's see how this turns out, man. It sounds like a story of Aaron Rodgers smoking a cigarette before the Super Bowl or doing whatever drug that he prefers to do and going out there and performing. It sounds like that, but we have to live in reality. He is old. You know, there's a Jets team that ain't used to this winning mentality. They smelt a little bit of it last year, but dealt with their problems, and they feel like the issue was the QB, and they went big on it. I can't be mad at them.
I also think the Jets are still going to miss the playoffs.
Packers got love. Love gets to play.
If he stays healthy, they're now the favorites in our division because they were already a good team in the division all year, and then they were doing that with Zach.
They fell apart when their run game went away. So
yes, because then they had to rely on Zach.
And that's the problem because they didn't have a quarterback that could handle it without a strong run game. But now they do.
So now they can lead with the pass and run whenever Brees gets healthy or whoever they got back there gets healthy. Yeah, the team's dangerous, man.
I'll definitely give them props for this. I give props to the Jets for even putting, the chips on the table. They realize they've got, it's a young core that's there.
Yeah.
Because that defense, I like it a lot.
They got some players over there.
And on the offensive side, they were just missing. They had
studs everywhere.
Studs. So Lazard is already over there, isn't he?
Lazard's there. Yep. Yeah.
They got the young guy and Garrett Wilson to go.
Garrett Wilson, the young stud. They moved. What's his name? The young boy. I forget his name. Elijah Moore. But they got McCall Hardman, more speed. So
they got a veteran guy in CJ Uzama to run the crossings as tight end.
Yeah, their line was solid. Blocking. Their line was solid, and he's going to help that.
The thing is that Mekhi Becton was out all year too, and getting Mekhi Becton's going to be huge.
That's their best lineman. So
next to Elijah Vera Tucker, absolutely.
I mean, for this year he's under contract, but after that, we'll see.
Man, we gotta talk about the Packers, man, because the Packers.
Do we have to?
Yes, for the first time in about 30 years, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers is not their QB. It is now Jordan Love. Now we know the Packers trio quarterbacks,
the season of love,
have had great careers. You know what I'm saying? Not the amount of Super Bowls they wanted to hoist, but at the same time, I told people years ago that they was the same. Do y'all believe me now? Go watch the tapes from prior years and let me get my joy and get my fandom. Jordan Love might be the third. He might be the third.
30 years, 2 rings. 30 years, 2 rings.
He might be the next dragon. He might be a dragon head.
That's underperformance. Yeah. 30 years, 2 rings, that's underperformance.
What are we about to get? 45 years and 3 rings?
Unless you're a Cowboys fan.
Not really. Not really. Because we still on the back end, but 30 years ago, we still had the same amount.
Hold on. And to be real, they disrespect the quarterback anyway. Y'all don't even expect him to win none. So you expect Aaron to win one. You expect Favre to win more than one. You expect Aaron to win more than one.
I will agree. Expectations play a bigger role in this than
we already shoot somebody down.
It's interesting, though. We're seeing probably end of a run for the Packers, depending on what they do in the draft.
Yeah.
The Patriots still trying to figure it out.
Patriots suck.
This is what I remember growing up.
Oh, that's true.
I can see.
How about them Cowboys?
So let me ask y'all this. So I was looking the details of the actual trade. Where the echo comes in every now and then, doesn't it? I just had it. The details of the trade was.
I heard it again.
Okay, here it is. So for Aaron Rodgers, the Packers agreed money to deal Aaron Rodgers and their 2023 first-round draft pick, number 15, and a 2023 fifth-round draft pick, number 170 to the Jets for the Jets' first round pick, number 13, second round pick, number 42, sixth round pick, number 207, and a conditional 2024 second round pick that will become a first round pick if you play 65% or more. Now, I saw somebody earlier say they got fleeced, but I'm looking at this. I really don't see a fleecing going on here.
I don't either. I thought it was pretty straight down the middle, to be honest.
And I went and I looked as far as if it doesn't work out for Rodgers there, they actually can get out in 2024. And it only be a $24 million dead cap hit for the Jets.
I just feel like what? Two potential firsts he's gonna play. So 2 firsts for a guy that, I mean, I guess it gives you a chance to win. But
the Jet, all they did was pretty much get a quarterback pick swap, give up a second and a sixth, and then possibly a first. It's a possibly at the moment. But I don't know. I think it was pretty straight down the middle. They got a 5th round pick out of it too for a 6th. I mean, I don't see a fleece. I think that it favored the Packers more for sure because they got rid of an aging quarterback and they have a replacement pretty much. We don't know how he's going to perform, but they've got a replacement. So it's not a fleece. It did favor one team, but it was all right for both.
You don't got headaches this morning. You had migraines last night and the last few weeks. You don't have no migraines at the moment. We'll see if those resurface, but at the end of the day, both teams get to go their way, and now it's a fresh air, basically. Anthony, for your comment, no, we have not seen Jordan Love play great in the preseason, but with everything that's been going on under him, I mean, there's really nothing you can judge of, but at the same time, the Green Bay tree is what it is. I'm only projecting it on the Green Bay tree. The last 2 quarterbacks that walked in there. Now, the third one could be the solid one, but at the end of the day, he can have a solid career. Now with level-headed, and now he's going to be the guy. We'll see how it goes. I'm not saying it's good.
What I'll say is I saw improvement. The first time we saw him in preseason, he looked horrible. He was bouncing balls. The second time we saw him was last year. He looked a lot better. So he looked like a serviceable quarterback. So I think he got better. He's going to be able to grow with. He got 2 young wideouts that I think are really good in Dobbs and Watson. He's going to be able to grow with them. See what happens. I think they got a solid replacement. He's not going to come out and be Aaron year 1. Aaron wasn't Aaron year 1. So
no. I think the Packers still have a chance to be, that middle of the pack, 8-9, 9-18, because they retained their running back. They still got young receivers, like you said. If David Bakhtiari stays healthy, their line's about in the mid-grade. They have a really good secondary, and they just need to beef up the backers and defensive line. So other than that, depending on how they draft, they could still be a middle of the pack chasing for the NFC North. But I still think the Lions or the Vikings have that division next year, but we'll see.
Go Lions. And hell no, I ain't want him in New England. He about the only quarterback I won't trade him for Mac.
Do y'all think?
Shout out to my guy, Brian Ball. Shout out to my guy. I got to put his comment up here because he's a Giants fan. And he's saying the Jets overpaid for Rodgers, man. But you just don't want Rodgers over there because Daniel Dime Jones ain't the man in New York no more. He wasn't even the man when Zach Wilson was there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But, yeah, shout out to you, B, man. Catch my man. My man,
Brian, he should be happy that Aaron's in New York now because that takes spotlight in New York off of Danny Dimes in that contract.
Yeah.
Because if you want to talk about somebody overpaying, y'all overpaid for Danny Dimes. Facts.
So, just looking at,
no,
do you think
neither of them bumps,
this past season was Aaron's performance a reflection of his decline in skills, or was it the team that was around him?
There's no way to know. I think it could be a little bit of both. I think more than skill and more than talent around him, I think it was motivation.
I don't even think, honestly, no. I don't even think it was motivation. To me, it was just we've seen Aaron Rodgers grow over the course of his career. Throughout. All of us can say that. You start to see things, and then you start to see things on the football field. So you start seeing them on the Pat McAfee show every week. You're seeing this and you're seeing that, and that's where I feel like the performance went. Now you're going to New York, which is a crazy situation because there's so much media over there. The market's crazy. Yeah. So, Coach, he could be in a decline because of that, but the headache that he was causing the Packers and the Packers, I guess vice versa. Like you said, it's a headache, man. But I mean, hopefully, the migraines go away and Aaron can do both things at the same time because he's gonna have to, and he's older. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. I want to see how it rocks.
And the reason why I asked that is because I was looking at some of his numbers from last year. His passing yards was 3,695, which is the third worst of his career. Passing yards per attempt, 6.8, which is second worst. Passing touchdowns, 26, was tied for the fourth worst. Interceptions, 12, second worst. And a passer rating of 91.1, which is the worst of his career.
That's like career best for a lot of quarterbacks. So I'm not really worried about that. Like, it's not great for him. But again, I don't think the team was bad. I think he was learning them. He was learning a new group of guys. He had to figure that out. And like I said, I still believe motivation played a big role. I think he looked on the other side of the ball and saw a defensive unit that was so underachieving that he realized he would have to well overachieve for his team to even have a shot. And then they were digging out of a hole for the whole season. It's just, I think it was a mix of all those things. I think we'll see a much better, more motivated, and much better Aaron Rodgers this year.
Last question I have for you all, for each one of y'all. Now with Jordan Love being thrust into the role as a starter going into the season, assuming, I think this is his fourth year.
Four.
No,
third year. Okay.
I think it's the third.
Okay, so after this season, they have to be in the position to pick up the option for his last year because he was a second round pick or first, right?
I believe maybe second, but I
think it was the first.
Could have been the first, yeah.
Yeah, he was number 26 overall.
Okay.
So they've got to make a decision at the end of this year. Do you think the pressure is going to be on them to make sure they get it right, or would they be forced into a position to where they feel like they're obligated to give him that extension to give him more time?
I don't think there's going to be pressure in either direction. I just think because I think he'll determine it. If he plays well, they'll sign him. If he doesn't, then they won't, and it won't be a big deal.
Okay.
My fault. People might take a shot at them for having drafted him while Aaron was still there instead of drafting him a weapon, but that'll be the only thing they're gonna really say.
I mean, they owe him. They only technically they don't owe him anything. I feel they owe him. He's deserving to get a chance, and he's gonna get his chance. So the Green Bay has the leverage because they don't really have to pick up nothing. If he doesn't do nothing, then they can go shop for somebody else. Easy work. You know what I'm saying? But for drafting him at the position you drafted him, it's good now that he at least gets to be the starter right now this year. And all these years being behind Aaron, hopefully it all plays well in his hand. It's going to be very interesting to see how it is, man. We all going to be watching the Green Bay Packers this year.
Just right here. This right here, I agree with right here.
Did the Packers have a top 5 pick next year? Sorry. Are they going out? Caleb Williams.
Right. So it's going out. Right.
And then the following year, they'll probably go after, if it's Arch Manning or whoever it's going to be by then.
Quinn Ewers.
Yeah. So
that was coach's pick for the starting quarterback at Texas next year.
Who, Quinn Ewers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Spring game, he looked a lot better. But that's for another day.
Yeah.
So I want to do something a little bit different. Obviously, we got the big night Thursday nights. I just felt like we had to talk about the Rodgers, but let's get back to the task at hand. We've done a great job as a team. We've talked about every team, what they did in the offseason, their needs and things like that. And we up to this point, so it all planned out perfectly, thanks to you guys. But I want to look at a couple of interesting things. We've got a couple of topics tonight just to get us geared up.
I'm saying it was you.
Oh, it's collective. But, just to get us geared up and get our creative juices going, I want to take a look at
what's up, Chris?
Top 5 from each spot. We're not gonna obviously Will likes list.
My PTSD already started clicking.
Yeah, don't come tomorrow then.
I'm in the effort to help speed things up and go along, but still cover everything. I'll go through and I'll give we start at number 32. I get a top 5, and each one of y'all give me your pick on who you think was a better pick out of that particular position. Sound fair?
Yeah, sounds good.
Bet. All right, number 32, the top 5 all time rankings from 5 through 1, starting with Benjamin Watson at 5, Lamar Jackson at 4, Logan Mankins at 3, Bob the Geek St. Clair at 2, and Drew Brees as ranked number 1. Y'all agree with that? Anybody else? And this is pick number 32 all time.
Oh, I see what's happening.
Me as the Patriots fan says Logan Mankins, but me as the realistic football analysis guy is Drew Brees.
Okay.
The answer is Lamar Jackson. It should be number 1.
Okay.
Drew Brees didn't stay with the team he got drafted by, bro.
After a year or 2, what was it? He didn't stay that long because
doesn't matter. He didn't stay, and he got injured. Like that's not a great pick for them if he doesn't stay.
It's not by teams; it's just by spot.
You can go either way.
You can go, yeah.
Yeah, y'all both not.
You can go whatever way you want, but this is strictly based off best player that got drafted at that spot.
This is based off everything, career stats.
I don't know. Nah, I don't think so at all. We disagree on that. Okay, he stayed there his entire rookie contract though, so you are right about that. Then he finished his career 14 years with the Saints.
Yeah,
but
better player. Sure. Yeah, better player. Better player than Lamar. Yeah,
drafted to that spot. And I mean, like by career, Drew Brees has finished his entire career. Lamar still has
Brees better career. Yeah, and
depending on how his health goes,
I don't see Lamar.
He might have 10 years.
Yeah, I don't see Lamar clips of that. He had to win 2 rings and
shout out to you, Kyrie.
Even then, a whole bunch of stats would have to happen. So, yeah, Brees. Brees is right. Brees is right.
Okay, fair enough.
Benjamin Watson was on that list. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I know, right? It surprised me too. Number 31, Greg Olson, Travis Frederick, Tommy McDonald, Curly Colt, and Cameron Hayward.
Cam was number 1?
Yep.
Yeah, that checks out. But to be fair, I don't know like 2 of those people. So
yeah, I think they must be some old schoolers.
Yeah, I don't know who number 2 is for sure. I know that.
Man, me? I'm gonna go Greg.
Greg Olson was nice. He was nice.
He wasn't no Frank Roche.
He was not no Frank. Man, Frank Roche, I need to see the pay stubs that he pays you, man.
Curly Colt, he actually played for the Chiefs back in the 60s.
Oh, hey, quick little side joke that I think will appreciate. Number 32, it's definitely not N'Keal Harry.
Number 30, it's a good one. TJ Watt, Keith Bullock, Eric Allen, Reggie Wayne, and Sam Huff.
Again, I don't really know who Sam Huff is, but I know Reggie Wayne's a problem.
Sam Huff was a giant great at linebacker.
I always like defense over offense, so keep it.
I know Reggie Wayne was
But
nasty.
man, you got Reggie Wayne, you got TJ Watt.
TJ
Bullock wasn't a pushover.
Bullock was a problem on one of the best defenses ever.
And then you got Eric Allen at cornerback for the Eagles.
Jeez, that's a tough. This dude Huff must have been putting in work to be number 1.
30's a hot spot.
It is, isn't it?
Some players came on 30, huh?
I'm gonna go Wedgie Rain.
Wedgie Rain? Wedgie Rain? That's funny. Nah, for real. I like Wedgie.
I hate you. Stop it.
My cousin will be the best on the list when time is over. We list this in about a few years, but yeah. Okay. Reggie Miller.
Number 29, you got Harrison Smith, Dave Wilcox, Nick Mangold, Steve Wisniewski, and Fran Tarkenton.
Man, this is another hard one because Fran Tarkenton is fantastic, but he never won a Super Bowl, and he went to 4.
Correct.
And Nick Mangold's from Ohio, so that's tough to call. And Harrison Smith, okay. Yeah, I'm keeping Fran. I'm sorry. I like that one.
Yeah, leave Franny up there. Fran's a beast.
Okay. 2.
Yeah.
Didn't he punt too? That dude did everything.
Unanimous decision.
Yeah,
No,
Fran.
cool. Number 28 is a good one. You got Trevor Price, Mark Ingram, Joe Staley, Darrell Green, and Derek Brooks.
Derek Brooks was awesome, man.
That's a good one.
That's tough.
I'm gonna take a fly here. I love corners. I know what Derek Brooks meant. I know how versatile he was. But give me Darrell Green.
Yeah,
My
man.
God.
Give me Green too, man. I like Brooks, and he brought a lot to the table, man. Can't get those times.
Green ran. I think Green ran a 4.3 when he was like 50. So like
he still got wheels.
Not that matters, but Jesus, that's crazy.
I like Derek Brooks.
Brooks is a problem. Brooks, unbelievable. What kills me is that Brooks, quarterback in that defense, but he ain't even win the Super Bowl MVP. But I know his plays allowed Dexter Jackson to win it, get him in the spots. But man, my thing is also that team was so talented. Rondé Barber on the outside, Simeon Rice on the line, John Lynch backing him up, Warren Sapp in the middle. Like was Derek Brooks that good, or was he surrounded by the greatest? Maybe the greatest amount of talent on the defensive side we've ever seen.
It's a little bit of both, honestly.
It could be both. It could definitely be both.
All I know though is that this number 27 pick seems easy, but it's not for me.
This is a juggernaut list.
Foreshadowing. Let's go. I'm ready now. He got me hyped.
So I'm gonna go with Darrell Green. I'm biased. Shout out to Haviland Nation, baby.
Let's go.
Number 27, D'Angelo Williams, DeAndre Hopkins,
Nuke.
Devin McCourty, Roddy White, and the great Dan Marino.
Oh, Marino won easy. Marino won. I know he didn't win the bowl, but Marino won. Also, Roddy White shouldn't be ahead of no. That's crazy. As a Michael Vick fan and praying for Roddy to come along quicker than he did.
Thank you.
Absolutely not. Oh, my man got din brought to him. Look at that.
I don't know how I'm supposed to eat this. It looks messy. Taco stuffed taco shells.
Oh, let it. Yeah, just be a mess, bro. I'm over here eating nasty
I'm gonna let
blackberries.
this cool down a little bit. I know what Will's saying. I don't know if I'm going to get any hate for this, but I was a huge Roddy White fanboy, so I got to go Roddy. Even though I know Dan's great and he's probably one of the greatest of all times, but I never really got to see
5,000 yards in the 80s.
That's crazy.
When they were beating up receivers at the line of scrimmage,
beating up quarterbacks too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Like I said, I listened to you. Being just the Roddy White fanboy, I always made sure he was on every team I had, even when he was a 72 overall in Madden.
The early days where he was 93 speed still, but he sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peerless Price in there.
Angelo Williams back in his young days, he was a problem too, going with Jonathan Stewart. That was a fun tandem to watch.
Yeah, I'm sure. I want to hear who number 6 was. I can take Roddy White off of this list.
Which is completely understandable. Like I said, no wait.
He was nasty. I would
100% agree with you. I always thought that he was like the Kroger brand, Randy Moss, but I always loved him.
He was definitely a Kroger brand, but I don't know if he was Randy Moss.
Number 26, we got Dave
Coach.
Brown.
Coach, did you pick a 27? You picked Dan, right? All right,
Marino. Oh, we all collectively bullied you. That's what that was.
I said I know you guys were going to.
No, you owned it. You were good. You owned it from the jump. You were like, look, I'm biased.
Number 26, we got Dave Brown, Clay Matthews, Joe Lemonlier. I have no idea who that is. Alan Faneca and Ray Lewis.
Who was 2?
Alan Faneca.
Oh, Alan Faneca. Oh, yeah.
Ray Lewis, number 1.
Yeah. We're gonna go with Ray. Who was 4?
Clay Matthews.
Clay should be 2.
Yeah.
Give me Clay
I choose not to answer because I ain't gonna get hate.
Because you hate Ravens. Get out of here.
No, specifically, Ray's one of the guys I really don't like, but that doesn't have to do that. Well, you know what? Actually, I pick Ray Lewis, football player, and nothing else.
Okay, fair enough.
Ray Lewis, undisputed champ.
Yeah,
I don't like it. Number 25.
Even though I really like Clay Matthews though.
And
number
Joe 25. Is a former Bill. He was drafted by the Bills.
You got
also Michigan State smart.
San Antonio Holmes,
Ooh.
John Beeson, Dante Hightower,
Mm-hmm.
the great Stanley Morgan, and Ted Washington.
Stanley Morgan, number 1. Antonio Holmes should be number 3. Antonio was a problem. He made the craziest catch, like throw and catch that I've ever seen in a bowl game. He was on the catching end of that.
Dante Hightower, that was one of my favorite defensive players ever.
Sports Science broke that pass down. The pass from Roethlisberger to Santonio Holmes. Like, they broke it down into milliseconds and millimeters. They literally had there was no other window for that pass to be completed or caught. It was like scientifically the greatest catch in a bowl ever.
Definite example of a toe tap.
Yeah.
Ted Washington, I'm surprised he's that high.
Yeah, me too.
Number 24, Cameron Jordan. This would be a good one too. Cameron Jordan.
At 5, wow.
Calvin Hill.
Ooh. Okay.
Dez Bryant. Ed Reed.
Oh, that's it. We're done.
And Aaron Rodgers.
If anyone doesn't say Ed Reed,
1.
I'm slapping people.
Ed Reed's number 1.
Yeah, I think Ed should be number 1 as well.
Ed Reed's number 1.
Better at his I do love.
Yeah, better at his position than Aaron was at his, in my opinion.
The X. I'm going with the X. I mean, though Ed Reed is the obvious choice.
Wait,
obvious choice. I'm gonna yell Dez's name. I'm just gonna yell Dez's name. You know,
was he a free safety?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. See, it's
hard
hard for me to pick it's hard to pick my favorite safety of all time because Brian Dawkins is my favorite safety of all time.
Yeah.
But Ed Reed was a straight monster.
Yeah, Dawkins made you pay for things physically. Ed Reed made you pay for them, like on the scoreboard though. Like mentally, and he'll pick 6. Plus, I always have a little extra. I already loved him, but I always have a little extra when Bill has a thing for you. And Bill had like a man crush on Ed Reed.
He was the only guy that could make Brady look normal.
Yeah, him and Ray combined.
Number 23, Bruce Armstrong.
Oh wow, he's at Jesus.
Ray Guy.
Okay.
Bill George.
Who?
Ozzie Newsome.
Yikes.
And Ty Law.
That guy.
Ty Leasy, yeah. Now, wow, they gave it to Ty Law. Ty Law usually gets disrespected. I'm glad they got the respect here. I'm not taking him out of number 1.
2.
Go on, Bruce Armstrong.
Yeah, it's not bad. I won't be mad at you, but I'm not gonna move him.
Trying to think. I'm stuck on this.
Yeah, Jamie gets it. Jamie gets it.
I might have to.
That's funny.
I might have to go with Ozzie Newsome on this one.
Ooh. He was nice.
Number 22.
Yeah.
Demaryius Thomas.
Okay, fine, I guess.
Jack Reynolds.
Okay.
Damn, Justin Jefferson? Already.
Look, he's nasty, though.
Harris Barton and Andre Bad Moon Rising.
Oh, they're still trying to pick up the pieces to his house that they burned down.
Shout out to Left Eye.
Yeah, Left Eye got him.
Left Eye too.
Shout out to Left Eye. She definitely got him. Yeah, Rising was a monster. I think when this all said and done, Jefferson will be number 1 here.
Yeah, I agree with that.
R.I.P. Demaryius Thomas and
I forgot
Justin
about
Jefferson.
that. Yeah.
I'm going to pick Demaryius as number 1 just because.
Demaryius?
Yes.
Hey, look, he made Tebow. He helped Tebow beat Pittsburgh in a playoff game. That was hilarious. That was the worst debate.
To do that.
I remember being on the wrong side of that debate because I'm a Florida fan, and I was just boosting Tebow, knowing he wasn't good. But I was just throwing it in people's faces nonstop. And he went on that run, and then he threw that pass to beat the Steelers. And it was clearly like it was a 5-yard slant that Demaryius took to the house. But oh man, I let the people have it.
Will, you're gonna have fun with this next one too. There's 3 choices I think you could make, but the one's easy, I think.
Okay, let's hear it.
Number 21, Alex Mack, Chandler Jones, Vince Wilfork, Lynn Swann,
Jesus,
Randy Moss.
No, this is easy, Moss. Moss, but Lynn is right there. And I love Vince, but
I'm about to say I love Vince. I want to pick him, but it makes me look stupid, so I'm going Randy.
Yeah, this is the one time you cannot homer it out. You can't.
Hey, Randy is kind of
Randy. I know Randy played here, which it gives you a bailout,
excuse.
Of course.
My man's with 21 in the draft, man. Whoever didn't draft that man.
No. They all paid for it. Like individually, he made them all pay for it.
Yeah.
What he did to Dallas.
We didn't ask you all that.
Right. We know what he did to them.
3 catches, 3 touchdowns. That was unbelievable. 443 yards.
Number 20, Bill Brown, Steve Atwater, Maxie Bond, Forrest Gregg, Jack Youngblood.
Youngblood. Yeah, Youngblood's a monster.
He finished the NFC Championship game on a broken leg.
Mm-hmm.
Young Blood.
I go with Young Blood on that.
Okay, nah. I'm gonna go Steve Atwater.
Okay.
I love Steve too, yeah.
I'll go Young Blood.
Okay. Number 19. This is a good one. Sean Alexander. Joey Browner.
Okay.
Roger Worley. Okay. Randall McDaniel.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison.
Marvin.
It's Marvin.
The guy that didn't get locked up for a murder. Marvin Harrison.
It's Marvin, regardless of how many guns he was busting.
We all agree on that. Number 18, Marcus Pouncey.
Ooh.
John Henry Johnson. Frank
Who was
Bruiser,
2? I'm sorry. Who was 3?
John Henry Johnson.
Okay, yeah.
Frank Bruiser Kennard, Paul Krause, and Art Monk.
Art Monk's a legend.
Art Monk was nice.
Yeah. And Krause is the number 2 there too. So.
I like Paul Krause.
Okay. Number 17. It's a good one too. Lewis Wright, Steve Hutchinson, Javelina great, Gene Upshaw, Mel Renfro, Emmitt Smith.
Emmett.
Emmett.
And we got. We give you 2. I like the first. I like the first 2.
Give me Renfro.
I like the first 2. Y'all know why.
Yeah. I know why.
Give me Renfro.
But Emmett's a clear choice, man.
Emmett's a Gator, but he's overrated.
Hold on. The leading rusher in the history of the NFL.
Overrated.
Overrated.
I would accept that if you were saying that about Priest Holmes, but Emmitt Smith, get out.
Give me Barry any day. Give me Adrian Peterson any day.
We want Barry, but we want him in that goddamn Lions jersey.
Give me Marshall any day. We don't want him in that goddamn Lions jersey.
Number 16. This is a good one too. Javon Curse, the Freak.
The Freak.
Raymond Claiborne, Zach Martin, Troy Polamalu, Jerry Rice.
Rice and then Troy. Yeah, they got it right.
Yeah, they got it right. I think so too as well.
Yeah.
Nah, they ain't get it right. They got it correct. Jerry Rice.
Yeah, if Jerry Rice wasn't there, I'd be taking Zach Martin, but yep.
Okay.
What?
Over Polamalu?
Over Polamalu?
Polamalu's a monster. Polamalu gives Reed a run.
But you got to think.
I still take Reed, but
Zach is going to be a first ballot himself.
Yeah, he is.
And he's got more Pro Bowls than he has holding penalties.
That's ridiculous.
And the offensive linemen need love.
They do. The big uglies need love.
Shout out to my fellow man. Shout out to my fellow.
Number 15. Dethella O'Neal, Derek Johnson,
old school,
Dennis Smith, Jim Taylor, Alan Page. I gotta go with Alan Page because I got much respect for the Purple People Eaters.
Yeah, that was a great defense, and he was a big part of that. Yeah, I'll stick with Page.
I'm gonna go Derek Johnson, man. Shout out to my man, dog. Haven't seen his name in a long time, man. So shout out. Like I'm bringing Jake's into the Madden terms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Green, like Priest Holmes, I believe.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
He was a beast.
Oh, dang. But yeah.
Did the villain pick?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's at Alan Page.
Okay, gotcha. All right, getting on the back end of this now. Number 14, Randy Gradishar, Dave Robinson, Revis Island,
Reeves.
Gino Marchetti, Jim Kelly.
Got to put Reeves number 1, in my opinion. Kelly's great. Kelly did great. Couldn't win the big one.
I mean, we said the same thing about Fran Tarkington, so why can't this go the same? Yeah, I'm going Jim Kelly.
That K-gun offense was
Whoa! I'm going Revis Island, man.
Yeah, Reeves all day. Yeah. I just look at them. I'm just trying to like picture them at their position. At their position, Reeves is definitely higher on his list at corner than Kelly is at quarterback. Kelly, might be top 15, maybe. Reeves is top like 5 corner all time.
They picked him just to win the Super Bowl. They picked him just to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh my God, this pick 13's tough.
It is tough. You got Mike Keene, Franco Harris, R.I.P., Tony Gonzalez, Mr. Cowboy Bob Lilly, and Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald, not that tough for me. Aaron freaking Donald. The most dominant defensive force in the era where defense was legislated out of the game, basically.
Valid point. That's a good point, Will.
I'm going Tony Gonzalez.
And I'm going Franco Harris.
I respect both of those picks. I lost respect for Tony Gonzalez. As great as he is. He's as great as he is. As great as he is, I lost respect for Tony Gonzalez. One time they did the skills competition and the jug machine was set a little too high, and he was like, that's coming in too fast, and he just stopped catching and walked off the field of a skills competition. I was like, yo.
Truly a diva.
Done with this diva. Get him out of here. And then I see guys like Gronk, whose whole career got cut short because he was too tough. Like, fuck out of here, Tony.
Oh, this is a good one, too, number 12. Marshawn Lynch.
Ooh.
Haloli Nagata.
Ooh.
Clay Matthews Jr.
Jeez.
Warren Sapp. Herb Adderley.
So Herb is crazy because Herb is great, but all the names before him were crazier, in my opinion. Sapp. It's got to be Sapp.
I really want to go Clay again, but yeah, Warren Sapp.
It's got to be Sapp. Sapp just such a dominant force.
I got to go with Sapp as well. 2?
Yep. Going Sapp.
Word. Number 11. It's a good one, too.
Easy.
J.J. Watt, the playmaker, Paul Warfield, Big Ben, Mr. Giant, Frank Gifford.
Yeah, this is easy. Give me the Jerry juice. I got it, Irvin.
Listen, Frank was tough as hell, so I'm gonna stick with Frank.
Man, listen, cuz if I didn't pick my cuz at number 1, cuz would slap me over the phone. Cuzzo, JJ Watt, you number 1, baby. Woo. Shout out to Lil Cuz.
Shout out to Big Ben, man. 2 rings.
Yeah, shout out. I was gonna pick Ben. I was gonna say Big Ben for a second, you know.
Shit person, great quarterback.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. I'll take away my.
Fair enough.
Retract.
I gotta go with Frank Gifford on this one.
You go Frank?
Yeah,
Frank.
Frank
did everything.
Frank. Yeah, Frank did it all. Wait, didn't Blitnikoff end Frank? Who was the one who got hit so hard that they were done? It was Frank. Frank's career ended on one shot.
If I'm not mistaken, I think was it Ray Nitschke that hit him?
Somebody hit him so hard he never got up again.
He decleated him.
He de-careered him. It was his last play on the field, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see. Yes.
Wait, were you about to continue over there, or were you about to move on to the next pick?
Move on to the next pick.
All right, real quick, just because I like building suspense for Will, do you agree that number 4 is number 4 on this 10th pick?
Let's find out.
We will see. Number 5 for number 10. The Bus, Jerome Bettis.
Yarrow man.
Patty Mahomes. T. Suggs. Damn. Rod Woodson. Marcus Allen.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's a hell of a
he has to be right now. He has to be because he's still so young. But he's gonna end at number one in that spot. He's gonna end at number one.
Yeah.
I get it. I think he needs to be switched with Suggs. That's about it.
I can see
and
that.
That's got no hate with the Ravens either. It's just the fact of what Mahomes has done in his young career, because he's still in the young part of it. But I got to go Rod Woodson.
Rod Woodson too.
Rod is crazy.
He made all pro at two
positions. That's fucking bananas. Safety and corner, locking up, and then cracking.
One of the rare ones that can hold Michael Irvin one-on-one.
Also, isn't he like second all time in interceptions? Like he's like top. He's up there.
He's up there.
I think number one is Paul Krause.
Is it Krause? I think you might be right.
I think so. I only just too much Madden and looking at them records trying to beat them.
This one is tough.
And you can never beat the interception.
Paul Krause, 81 interceptions. Rod Woodson's actually third. Eli Tunnel has 79.
Damn, I was close.
Okay.
But I got Krause right.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Big Night Train Lane was up there somewhere. I think he's number 4, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Night Train Lane is number 4.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Which is crazy because he would always he could pick it off, but he would also lay you out too. Like he was not opposed to doing either.
I think he still got the record for interceptions in the season too, right? If I'm not mistaken. 14
is the record. I forget who it is.
Okay, what we got here? We're in the top 10. We got number 9. It's getting.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah, this is hard. You got the Colt, Lenny Moore, the Bear, Brian Urlacher, the Panther, Luke Kuechly, the Bear, Dick Butkus, and the great Bruce Matthews. Damn, that's a tough one.
It is, but I got to go hometown boy because he's right from Cincinnati. He went to St. X right over the street. Luke Kuechly.
I'm going to pick the best name on the board, Dick Butkus.
You said high school?
You just want to butt kiss him.
Dick Butkus him. It's a ridiculous name. I can't believe his parents did that to him. Richard Butkus. Dick Butkus.
This is right here. I was a huge Brian Urlacher fan.
How was Kuechly ahead of Urlacher? How?
Yeah. I'm just like
which is true.
Hold on, Kuechly's from Ohio. You said right?
Yes.
Okay, because I thought you said school for a second because I'm surprised. I know he went to school up here.
Yeah, no, he is from Cincinnati. He went to St. X
no,
high school, and then he went to Boston College.
I heard you wrong. You had me kind of confused for a second. I said, hold on. He went to BC, but you said if he's
from yeah.
He's from Cincinnati.
Good old Cincinnati pride.
But his career was cut short.
Yeah,
and also during it wasn't better than Urlacher.
Definitely not.
No, not at all. But that's just me showing hometown love.
But again, I will give credit to a player who did great in an era where, again, defense was being legislated out.
It's true. Now it's nut cutting times.
Tackle machine.
These lists are getting harder and harder.
Yeah.
Number 8, Larry Zonka.
Yeah. Monster.
Number 4, Willie Roaf.
He's one of the best ever.
Jim Parker, Lance Allworth, and Ronnie Lott.
It's Ronnie, but I put Ralph second. Like he was too much on the line. Willie Roaf was just a beast.
He was.
Ronnie Lott.
Ronnie.
My mom's gonna put me in the stranglehold.
Yeah,
I go with Lott as well.
Yeah. Shit, Lott will still put you in the stranglehold.
I hate this next one too.
Number 7, Chuck Howley.
Okay.
Sterling Sharp.
Ooh, Sterling.
Champ Bailey.
Champ.
Clyde Douglas, Bulldog Turner. And all day, Adrian Peterson.
Give me Adrian, then Champ.
Ooh, yeah.
You got to switch AP and Champ for me, and then I'm going Champ Bailey.
Adrian Peterson is the single greatest talent at running back I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like pure runner.
Better after knee surgery.
Aggressive. I'm talking about just aggressive. Will run you over. Could juke you too. Could juke you too, though. And was faster than everybody on the field.
I'll go.
I like defense more than offense. That's the only reason that went that way.
That is absolutely fine. I love Champ. Champ was great.
To Chad Diddleman.
Oh my God, Chad ate that man's food.
It's a game of the year.
Number 6.
Bad.
It's a good one too. John Riggins. Vroom, vroom.
Yeah, Riggins.
Jimmy Johnson. Walter Jones. Sammy Buff. Jim Brown.
Sammy Buff. Yeah, it's Jim Brown, but Slinging Sammy was definitely a number 2. That's good.
He was.
Nah, man, ain't Jim Brown, man.
Jim Brown crazy. Crazy.
No respect to you. I don't even know the other 4 dudes. So Jim would definitely just be pulled out.
Jim Brown was just a slower version of Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, he ran violent too. John Riggins wasn't no punk though.
No, he wasn't. Also, Jim Brown a much better human being than
that. Doesn't sound like a punk name. John Riggins does not sound like a punk name.
Nah.
He's to practice and go take a smoke break.
Legend.
Number 5. Steve Van Buren. The great Mike Haynes. LaDainian Tomlinson. Junior Seau. Prime time.
Prime time.
See, look, I'm going to get hate for this too, but I like LT more than Adrian Peterson. But that's got nothing to do with this. I got Dion.
I got Dion as well.
LT was the more rounded back, but if you put LT on Minnesota and you put Adrian on the Chargers might have actually won something.
Yeah.
See, now if you put them LT and Adrian Peterson in an Alabama drill, AP is running them over.
Yeah, he's gonna destroy LT. Poor guy.
I hated Alabama drills.
No, it's a cause of many concussions. I hope they stop doing it.
Loved it.
Number 4.
But so many concussions.
Charles Woodson, Otto Graham, Mean Joe Green, the great John Hanna, and Sweetness, Walter Payton.
Charles Woodson got stuck in the bad bracket, man.
He did.
Yes. Charles Woodson, great defender. Otto Graham doesn't get enough love because of where he was playing quarterback in his generation. I mean, Joe Green was a mean Joe Green. Come on now. John Hanna, one of my favorite offensive linemen. Walter Payton, tough. Yeah, Walter Payton.
Charles Woodson's number 1 in almost any other pick.
100%.
Like even the ones with other great corners, he'd probably be. It's a chance he could be number 1, except for like Prime Time and probably like Prime Time is the only other one who probably bump him off. But
all 5 of them are Hall of Famers, right?
Yeah, all 5 of them.
And just so we know how much respect I got for Otto Graham, he's in my top 5 quarterbacks of all time.
Wow.
I'm going Charles Woodson on this one, man.
Wow,
Sweetness is sweetness, man. He always had the name, but go Charles.
Number 3, Joe Thomas, Merlin Olsen.
Have a good night, Chris.
Larry Fitzgerald, Anthony Munoz, Barry Sanders. That's a hell of a top 5.
That is.
Scheiße.
I got to give my love to the offensive lineman. It's Munoz for me. And I love Larry. And Joe Thomas is one hell of a lineman too, but Munoz is the only Hall of Famer in that entire franchise.
I got to go with Barry Sanders.
Yeah, it's Barry.
I'm going to go Larry.
Make it happen for him.
I'm going to go Larry Fitzgerald.
It's Barry, then Larry for me.
I'm going to go Larry Fitzgerald, then Barry second. You know
like
why?
linemen,
Though we can blame the Lions for ruining Barry's career, I gotta keep it real with myself, man. You know, consistency and just being there and being on the field playing. You know, Larry Fitzgerald's the Iron Man.
And that's not true. And that's not true, Jake. I said Willie Roaf should be higher than he was. I like
Lyman.
I like Lyman.
All right, number 2. It's getting harder and harder.
Hell yeah, shit.
We got Marshall Faulk.
Marsha.
We got the Manster, Randy White.
We let out the Pokemon.
Sid Luckman, Julius Peppers, and LT.
The original.
Oh.
Yes, LT. Marshall should be number 2, though.
Oh. I'm heartbroken. LT or Marshall? Who I'm taking? I'm going to take the person that ain't doing crack right now. I'm going to take Marshall Faulk.
I'm gonna take the person who ain't doing crack right now. That's funny. But imagine being that good while on crack.
Real talk, man. But shout out to LT, man. LT, living legend, man. But this in my era growing up, like Marshall was like, yeah. We talked about AP a few moments ago.
Yeah.
Marshall was the uptick for that. Marshall.
Yeah, I'm doing a Madden pick here. Julius Peppers. He was a beast at Madden.
Yeah, he was crazy. See, the thing about that is that he was a beast at Madden, but like they didn't let linemen shine back then. Like now in the game, you can go crazy with a lineman.
All right, and number one before our commercial break, we got Chuck McNarick, Terry Bradshaw, Bruce Smith, John Elway, and Peyton Manning.
John Elway, fuck Peyton.
That's an amazing auto-tune whistle right there.
You heard that too, huh?
Yeah, that was perfect.
I have no idea what that was.
It was perfect.
I don't know. Keep doing it. It's great.
It was like a production value. It was production value.
I think Marie set your mic up tonight. Marie, you hear it every single day. She don't want to talk to her like this tonight.
She's sabotage.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah, Peyton Manning, number one.
Peyton Manning, but the number one, number two is definitely right on board. But I'll go Peyton over Elway.
Yeah, me too. Well, they both had 2 rings, right?
Yes.
Manning, I'll give the fact that Elway played in the era where you get killed a lot more, but Manning statistically was just unbelievable.
Out of this world. All right, man.
You think, Coach?
I was trying to mute Jake with his nonsense.
Y'all can't know tonight.
Well, I legitimately can't stand Peyton Manning, so that's why that pick is there.
I will probably have
a good guy.
And Elway's number 2 on my list of greatest quarterbacks of all time.
I gotta go with Elway on this one.
Really?
Oh, hi.
Just because of the era that he played in.
Yeah, the era was crazy. He was getting boxed up. And the helicopter play is like bananas. When he runs and he dives and
Elway, you know, was one of those guys, man, like Jim Kelly, man, was getting Super Bowls, man, you know, getting docked and clocked and schnocked. And then, you know, he just stayed with his team then and they ended up.
And Manning was the reason why his team won the first Super Bowl. His defense won the second Super Bowl for him.
Yeah,
Elway was a key factor in both his Super Bowls.
Here's the other thing, though. But his defense was the reason they didn't win the other times, too.
Yeah.
Except for the one pick against the Saints. That was his fault.
I changed my pick, man.
Here's the other thing.
I changed my pick.
Here's the other thing. Elway didn't deal with a Tom Brady.
But Elway, I'm going to be real, to keep it real, Elway stuck with that team, though. He was a lifer.
No, Manning did, too. They kicked him out.
No.
Yeah, they kicked him out.
No, understandably, but the scheme of things, I mean, the coach was worried, you know. Dude had a stone cold neck. You didn't know how that was going to go.
Nah, they just saw Andrew Luck on the board and they weren't going to pass it up.
Right. They see Andrew. But I'm gonna give Elway. I gotta stick to somewhat of my script. Now, Manning was, to me, like you said, statistically, all that, Manning over. But in this case, it was draft pick, all this and that for the franchise to stay.
Elway was tough, yeah.
Especially in this era where you don't even know if players are gonna stay. Back in that era, you had players for that long, and they was gonna stick their careers in places, you know, times different.
You gotta think though. Look at who Elway faced in the Super Bowls that he played. He went up against a New York Giants with Parcells as the head coach, Belichick as defensive coordinator, and LT leading that defense.
He also
probably the greatest set of linebackers we've ever seen.
He also
and Manning went against the Bears with Kyle Orton.
Okay, but who was quarterback on the other side for the Giants?
Hostetler was on that one, I believe. I think that was Hostetler on that one.
Oh, Hostetler? Oh.
I think so. Now, his second game,
and by the way, it wasn't Orton, it was Rex Grossman.
Thank you for the correction. I thought it was one of the two. I just forgot which one.
Florida boy Rex.
And then he went against a highly overrated.
But he went against that crazy defense, though. And Cam Newton wasn't overrated then. He was balling.
And he went up against Washington on the second one, was probably one of the greatest Super Bowl performances of all time, and Doug Williams.
Yeah.
His third one, he went up against a great San Francisco defense with Ronnie Lott, Charles Haley.
Charles Haley. The stories I hear about that guy, hilarious.
And then he won it against Green Bay and Atlanta. So the 3 he lost, he went up against some great defenses.
So we doing the LeBron thing?
And also, I will give Peyton one thing. He did lose to the Legion of Boom. That was a tough game to watch.
He was getting cracked. So I'm just saying. So we're doing it's the LeBron scale for Elway.
I had to throw him that little bit, but that was a 43-8 absolute whatever the word thing I'm trying to get with. But yeah, it was horrible.
They got mollywopped. Yeah, it was bad.
Got beat down. So we're gonna take a quick break real fast. We're gonna be right back. Got a couple more hot topics for you. Appreciate everybody hanging in with us tonight on the play call sheets.
Sure.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's cornerback Delvin Brew here from your favorite team, New Orleans Saints. I just want to go ahead on and give a shout out to STWF Media for allowing me to come on and talk about my testimony, my story, and also talk fantasy football. I just want to say thank you, man, for the honor. I appreciate you, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in tonight at 7:30 Central Time. Bro Show out.
Back at it like we're mad at it, man. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. We having a lot of fun tonight. We got the full crew. We full strength tonight in anticipation for Thursday night and Friday night when y'all hanging out with us during the draft. So this one is gonna be it's gonna be kind of a quick one. We making some good time here. But with that being said, we're gonna look at the top 10 draft classes. So this is a particular team in the draft class that they had.
Get it.
Number 10, we've got the 95 Buccaneers. They got 2 Hall of Famers out of that draft class, Brooks and Sapp.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. And then they ended up with the trophy.
Yeah, they didn't just get the Hall of Famers, they got a ring out of it.
True that. Number 9, the 2010 Seahawks. Stacked. They got Earl Thomas.
Yeah.
In the first, Cam Chancellor in the 5th. They got Golden Tate.
Yeah, exactly.
And Russell Okung.
Russell Okung, that's a crazy draft.
Good tackle.
That's 4 amazing players. Pro Bowl level players, every one of them.
Number 8, the 92 Cowboys. Got the 2nd round pick with Darren Woodson, who should be in the Hall of Fame.
Who made this list? Darren, I can't believe Darren should be in the Hall of Fame. This is crazy.
You got Robert Jones, Kevin Smith. Jimmy Smith was in that draft, but he never played.
Wait, Jimmy Smith, like
the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yep.
Y'all drafted him?
Yeah.
Why he never played with y'all?
Because they didn't want him to shine like in urban spotlight. Sorry.
He got hurt. He was playing behind Harper. You had Kmart.
Yeah.
You had Kevin Williams. You had he's like 5th. Number 7. This is a good one too. The 85 Bills had 2 Hall of Famers and the 3rd that contributed decently to the franchise, which we have Bruce Smith, all-time leader in sacks. And then you got who else was in that one?
Andre Reed.
I think Reed was in that one.
Mm-hmm. Andre Reed.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Number 6, the 96 Ravens. It's a good one. They got Ray Lewis and Jonathan Ogden.
Yeah. There got to be more, too, in that draft. I feel like they got someone else. But
Deron Jenkins. Jermaine Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
Jermaine was all right. He was decent. He got some flash.
The 1965 Bears.
Don't know shit about that team.
Yeah, you do.
Yes,
Dick Butkus and Gale Sayers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gale was the next level.
Dick Gordon and Frank Cornish. Not too familiar with those two.
Cornish sounds familiar. I don't know why.
Cornish hot dogs.
Hey. I don't know.
Bobby should like this one. The 2017 Saints.
the draft, the best draft ever. It would never be nothing like this one.
It got Marshawn Lattimore, Ryan Ramchick, Marcus Williams, Alvin Kamara,
Jesus,
Alexander Anzalone, Trey Hendrickson.
And who was the last one?
Trey Hendrickson.
And they don't have either of those two guys on defense anymore. Anzalone's playing up for the Lions, and Hendrickson's playing for the Bengals. But that was a hell of a draft class.
Well, yeah, it was like 10 years ago, bro.
And they didn't do nothing with it.
Imagine they could have kept him.
Much love, Bobby. Much love, man. 91 Cowboys is number 3.
I'm starting to see a theme here.
Where do you find this? Dallas Star?
ProFootballNetwork.com.
In this one, they got Russell Maryland, Alvin Harper, Eric Williams, Leon Lett, Dixon Edwards, and Larry Brown.
Yeah, it's a stack.
Eric Williams is probably the only lineman I ever saw that can take Reggie White one-on-one.
Yeah. A few pancakes on him, too.
Yeah. He was a beast until he got hurt.
Yeah.
86 49ers. It's a good one.
Yes, it is.
Charles Haley.
The legend.
Steve Wallace. Don Griffin. John Taylor. Great complimentary to Rice.
Yeah, a lot of people don't give him the respect he deserves.
Tim McKyer held his own at the cornerback. Tom Rathman. Kevin Fagan. And Larry Roberts.
It's a squad.
They all won They all contributed in 89 and 90 Super Bowl.
And Haley would be Brady if Brady didn't play in the league too goddamn long. Hank.
And the number 1 team, the 74 Pittsburgh Steelers.
They could draft well.
Stacked. Jack Lambert.
Yeah.
John Stallworth.
Jeez.
Lynn Swann.
Him too.
Mike Webster. All 4 Hall of Famers.
Yeah, that's a crazy draft. Whew. Let's go, Patriots. Let's have a draft like that.
This the year, Will. This the year.
Not for us today.
Speaking of existence, Dallas just know what they was doing. Hey yo. We let those other comments. The other comments are nice comments. We ain't gonna let that one slide over there. You heard?
Dallas used to know what they were doing. That's good.
Hey. We back at it now. We do great in the first round.
Yeah, CD Lamb. He ended up I didn't believe he'd be the best in that draft. He's slowly becoming one of the best for sure of that class.
Was the wide receivers?
Yeah.
All over.
But no, of that for wide receivers of that class.
Oh yeah.
Because that was a tough class.
I think he was the better one in coming out.
Yeah, but
Jack's crazy.
It is. That's what happens when you run slants all day.
Hey, somebody got the nuts to do it.
Somebody got to do it. You're right. You get somebody got to do it.
Okay. So this one's going to speed it up a little bit. Kind of the same thing, but this looks at an individual team's best draft. So it's kind of the same thing, but it looks at a little more deeper. I want to look at this one. I want to look at y'all's team. First of all, we're going to look at Cincinnati, Jake's second team.
Oh, that hurt. I wasn't even paying attention. That was a stab.
So 2001, they found 4 excellent players in that draft. They had Chad Johnson in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
TJ Houshmandzadeh in the 7th round.
TJ Houshmandzadeh.
In the 4th round, they got Rudy Johnson.
Oh, Rudy Johnson.
And they got Justin Smith, who had a borderline Hall of Fame career.
They literally set up their offense for Carson Palmer 2 years later. They had a really good running back. They had 2 excellent wide receivers. They always kind of, if you've ever followed Cincinnati sports, they don't have a set tight end that's on his way to superstardom. They have a guy that can catch and block. You'll hear his name every now and again because he'll pop off, but they always have 2 good wide receivers to go along with a fun running back game. They just always need to find a quarterback to stay healthy, and they finally got one. But when they set this up for Carson Palmer 2 years later, that was an insane offense.
It was
crazy that they also got his leg broken.
Hold on. I'm about to say, are you sure that he's good? Are you sure? But no, I don't want to put the hex on.
The history's repeating itself, but I don't think Joe Burrow's going to be a crybaby like Palmer.
Joe's different. Joe's built different.
He's a dog.
Year 3, because so far it's been 50-50. You ask T.
Well, ain't nobody else T. That's crazy.
For y'all's Patriots, it pretty much comes down to one player. It's the 2000 draft. Thomas Brady. So that's why they gave it to that one. 2.
Hold on. Who else did they get in that draft, Will? I was 4. Give me a break.
Yeah, who cares?
I want to know.
I don't recall.
That's saying it's literally just says Tom Brady, so who cares? You're right.
No one remembers. That's
Tom
how
Brady's
crazy.
the only person that matters.
Yeah.
He's the only person that matters.
You think so?
He's the only person that matters.
Was Redmond in that draft too? I don't know. Okay, I can't remember.
Yeah, he was. J.R. Redmond.
Yeah.
So in that draft, you had Adrian Clem, Redmond, Greg Randall, Dave Stachewski, Jeff Marriott, Antoine Harris, Tom Brady, David Nugent, Casey Tisdale, and Patrick Pass. I feel like they gave up on that. That's equivalent to the corner.
No, I feel like they had to No. Those last couple names you named, those are guys that were rotation guys, I believe. I remember the name.
Pass was around. Redmond was around. And
Antoine
Harris. No, it was Harris, right?
Nugent too. Like the last 4 or 5, between 4 and 6 names he named were guys that were probably on that Super Bowl team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, basically the next best player out of that group was probably Redmond or Harris.
Man,
that's
Washington pulled a Houdini that year. They had the 2nd and 3rd pick in the 2000 draft.
Really?
Yeah, they picked up with the 2nd pick, LeVar Arrington, thank you, and then Chris Samuels.
Yeah, and then after
that was both decent.
They both
Arrington is the one that ended Troy Aikman's career.
Yep.
Blew his shit up on the sideline.
LeVar, my dog. I like LeVar.
That was a good-ass draft.
So Bobby's still in here, so I'm going to do the Saints for my man Bobby. The 2006 Saints, they had Reggie Bush, 2nd overall. They had Roman Harper in 2nd round. Jahari Evans in the 4th.
Great.
Rob Ninkovich in the 5th.
Yeah, Rob Ninkovich, yeah.
Zach Streif in the 7th. And they got Marcus Colston in the 7th as well.
Yeah, still.
And they won a Super Bowl 3 years later after that draft.
Yeah, that was a great draft. They basically hit on almost everything there.
Shout out to the Patriots.
Shockingly, Reggie Bush probably the 3rd best player out of that draft.
And
maybe even 4th.
And we have to say this here because we're entertainment based. I'm sorry. The recipient, Reggie Bush.
What?
Number 1. Kardashian curse.
Oh, the first curse? The first curse? Yeah, he's the first curse.
First curse.
Yeah, first curse.
2 for our Cowboys. So we're just skipping around on this one. I believe it's a 64 Cowboys or 65? 64 Cowboys.
Oh, time for a nap.
Mel Renfro, Bob Hayes, and Captain Comeback, Roger Staubach. 3 Hall of Famers in that draft.
Come on, dog. You know we did, dog. You know what I'm saying?
How you gonna talk about draft? You don't disrespect the great Bob Hayes like that. He's the man why they invented the zone defense.
Will know. Will just don't like hearing, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that made the game. You know, reason why Tom Edward Brady can win now and stuff like that. He don't want
Any other team y'all interested in?
The Texans.
Texans.
We make fun of them all the time.
So I got to say, I got it here. So can I read this? 2006 was the Texans' best draft year. They found several stars in the first round, including Andre Johnson, J.J. Watt, DeAndre Hopkins, and Deshaun Watson. Oh, no, sorry. But in 2006, Mario Williams instead of Reggie Bush, which was a good decision. Maybe not, but
no, it was the right move.
Yeah. D'Amico Ryans.
Oh, yeah.
Great move.
Eric Winston in the third round and tight end Owen Daniels later on.
Oh, he was a hoss.
He was. That's a good draft.
Yes, a good
draft. That is. Because I remember back, like,
not a good
when
team,
I was just about to get into high school, the Texans had some teams. I remember they beat the Bengals one year in the first round, actually. I was like, and now they're, we know where they're at.
Tough task, I guess.
Watch out for the Texans this year.
But thank you for that. Thank you for showing me that team, too.
100%. What about the Lions? They picked high so often.
You know what? You're right. Didn't it take wide receivers like 3 years in a row?
Yeah, the Charles Rodgers one fell apart. That was sad.
The Lions in 89. 89 draft. Selected Barry Sanders. This is kind of patriotish.
Herman Moore.
Defensive back Ray Crockett in the 4th round, and then quarterback on
the up Duncanville, baby.
Ray Crockett was a beast.
In the 6th round.
Ronnie P, he could play too.
Yeah, Ronnie P did
good.
Got any off the wall teams that we normally don't ever talk about?
Let's see right here.
Falcons.
There we go. That's a good one.
Okay, so we have the Falcons. They're probably all the way at the bottom.
I looked at that list too. Those teams are all over the place.
Yeah, you got here. I guess the Falcons suck so bad they got them all at the fucking bottom.
At the top.
Right. Oh, they might be the first one. Then maybe maybe they don't want me to find them. They suck.
It's in alphabetical order.
Okay.
Oh, is it? No wonder I
bet y'all be funny.
Nah, but it was still funny.
Nah, because it was a double burn for me and two.
Hell yeah, because I'm in the middle and it's mad long.
It says it, 2008.
2008 draft, started with Matt Ryan. Then it went along with Sam Baker, linebacker Curtis Lofton, wide receiver Harry Douglas, defensive back Thomas DeCloud, and linebacker Corey Byerman.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I guess that was the Atlanta draft. So no, they all went to Magic City after. Feeling like the Hawks.
These single celled amoebas, is that what he's saying, Jamie? Off the singular brains, that's great.
I'm working off Jake.
I got a headache.
Jake being on here on a Monday, what I'm saying, triggering in his mind.
Look, I'm still going crazy. We had my kid's birthday party yesterday, and we went to Skies, and I was jumping around on trampolines. My entire lower body hurt. And I got
that'll your brain up, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, people your age were there though, jumping.
Yeah, but
Ooh, hey, we could talk about coaches.
He's got a lot of space in there. He can't be bouncing around. What are you saying, Jake?
So we could talk about coaches Philadelphia Eagles. 1957. Those are fighting words. But yeah, that wraps that up.
Wait, we didn't do the Lions, did we? I want to see
we did
we did. No, yeah, we did the Barry
Sanders. Barry Sanders, man.
Ooh, hey, Tennessee Titans, 1995, selecting Steve McNair.
Aaron McNair.
And then Gary Walker in the 6th round, who made 2 Pro Bowls after leaving the Titans.
Okay.
I'm interested in the Raiders because they always pick terribly.
No one wants to talk about the Raiders. Dominique's not in here anyway.
Just Dominique. He only in here when the Warriors win.
Right.
Don't say he's fair weather.
He's about we gotta feel bad for Dominique though. He's about to lose his baseball team now too.
Yeah. Where are they building that stadium?
I don't even think he shows the A's love. Probably do, but fair weather because he had.
Who would show the A's love? Have you seen their record this year? I sent Will a picture earlier today saying what world are we living in baseball right now.
I told everybody to bet whoever the A's are playing, bet for that team.
The over.
Revolutionary concept there. They're so bad. They always happen.
Well, we got off on a baseball tangent on accident, but yeah, that's the team's best draft. Are we still rolling, or are we taking a small break?
We're gonna roll through, man. We're gonna look at the last category, the one that's the most fun to me.
Okay.
But the best undrafted free agents of all time.
Ooh, I like this.
And the very first guy we're going to go over is a stud.
Number 30,
Okay,
the great Wes Welker.
Wesley Welker, man. I just love that the Pats. It was classic Bill. Yeah, he didn't have great numbers, but he killed us a couple times with his quarterback being Cleo Lemon. And Bill was like, if anybody could play with Cleo Lemon, I want him on my team.
Wes Welker type.
Thing is, Wes Welker, I've never seen anyone take such big shots and still be able to walk and have a functioning brain after what he's been through. He has been through some hits.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gotten rocked.
So he's with the Chargers briefly? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Started with Miami. I'm pretty sure. Wait, did he start with the Chargers?
Say he was selected by the Chargers. No, he was assigned by the Chargers.
Oh, wow.
In 2004. But I know he made it. But he cut his teeth with Miami, though, right?
Like I think 2 seasons of like 500 yards with Miami, but he played well against us. And then Bill was like,
bring him on in, and the rest was history.
We'll take him.
Number 29, Marion Motley.
Who?
Running back for the Browns.
Nice.
1946.
My parents weren't born.
I know, yeah. Number 28, Drew Pearson.
Oh, he was
original 88.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a quarterback coming out of Tulsa.
The first 88. Not to be confused with the first 48.
Long the same. But
when you consider who's wearing those numbers for Dallas, yeah, you're wrong.
Number 27, Chris Harris.
The corner.
Yes.
He's active still in the league.
Lockdown corner for the Broncos there for a while during their run.
He is still active. So it's correct.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know he was undrafted. Great corner.
Brian Waters is number 26.
Really?
Signed by Dallas, but he made his name with the Chargers. With the Chiefs.
Good for him. Yeah, good player. He's an offensive lineman, right?
Yep. He played tight end at North Texas.
Yeah.
Heard it.
Crazy.
25 is for my time. Dave Grayson for the Chiefs. 6 Pro Bowls, 4 All-Pro selections.
Hold on, wait. You said it was Dave Grayson?
Yes.
Yep. All right, I was just making sure I was still on the right thing.
Number 24, Larry Little.
Larry Little, really? Wow.
14 seasons, 5 Pro Bowls, 5 All-Pro selections.
Best years with the Rams, right?
Dolphins.
He
was on a perfect team.
Oh, that okay. I'm thinking of Leonard Little. I was thinking of not Larry Little.
23, Nate Newton.
Nate. Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny for all the hype they said about? Now it was a great line that they had, but none of those linemen are in the Hall of Fame.
Weird. Politics. I mean, isn't Woodson not in the Hall of Fame? So that's crazy.
Should be.
Right.
Number 22, Jason Peters.
Really?
Which was shocking.
He's one of the best linemen I've ever seen.
Yeah. He's a Hall of Famer.
I went through when I saw him on that list. I was shocked.
Didn't he just retire recently?
No, he finished playing with Dallas.
He's still looking to play.
Yeah, at age 41 now, I think.
My God.
They may bring him back again, on a vet minimum.
Here's the guy right here.
21, Adam Vinatieri.
Real MVP.
Real MVP.
Boot all time.
Yeah, he's the greatest kicker ever.
Greatest Patriot of all time.
It's got to be.
Ever? I gotta go with that guy over there in Baltimore right now.
Look, you're talking about accuracy. I'm talking about success.
Hey, his career ain't over yet either. So Justin Tucker's got a chance to be the greatest, but we don't know yet.
He ain't gonna be the greatest. Adam Vinatieri, the greatest in Patriot history.
He'll never look. Tucker has the best leg and probably ever. Just like the fact that he can, and he's clutch, but like there's not more clutch than what Adam Vinatieri did.
But once Baltimore gets a quarterback to get him to the promised land, Justin Tucker will be able to get his crown.
I'm gonna rock with that Tucker. Hook him. That's my bias. This next one I definitely agree with. Number 20, Priest Holmes.
Unbelievable. I couldn't believe he was undrafted.
Yeah, me either.
He backed up Ricky, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I believe so. What's crazy is that, but again, he was good, but also system really.
I was about to say, I was talking. We talked about this a while ago, and I was talking to Will about it, saying, when I talked to my friend at work who was playing fantasy football back then, he said that Priest Holmes was the best fantasy running back you could ever get. So me thinking that this is going to be one of the best running backs during that era, you make it seem like he really wasn't all that great, but fantasy numbers say differently.
No, fantasy numbers, he was great, but again, that system was kind of plug and play. You could put a lot of backs in that system and get a lot of production out of them, and they did.
Smells like 2 years later.
But he had the single season. Yeah.
I'm about to say, but he was the engine that made that offense go in Kansas City.
Yeah, I'd say the line and their blocking scheme was more important. But yeah, he was the best player on the team. Yeah.
I feel like he was more. I feel like this. He was the guy on the team, and he was right at the right position, so it looked like that. But
Larry Johnson came in. Larry Johnson came in. They didn't miss a beat.
Right.
Jamal Charles came in. They didn't miss a beat. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like it's kind of mixed emotions.
But like he had great vision and great goal line guy, which is why I think he had the season with 27 or 28 touchdowns in the season. So like, yeah, that was an unbelievable season. But like I said, you can put a few guys in that system, quite a few, and get some good results.
I think we may have a repeat of that this year too.
With who?
With what's my man coming out now? Bijan Robinson.
Bijan, yeah.
And his backup.
Who's his backup?
It is, let me see. Getting this kid's name too.
Yo, Miami came back?
Really?
For real?
Let's go! They're up 4 with 8.4 to go.
Are you kidding me?
They came back. He just blew your parlay, didn't it?
Roshan Johnson.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, he's nice. He can definitely go.
The Jets are winning.
He can go.
I can't believe Miami came back.
That is terrible.
No.
We gotta talk. We talk about it tomorrow or something.
Tomorrow, I know. Giannis played. No, we can't talk about tomorrow. Wednesday.
No. Before the show.
Okay.
We talk about that because that's crazy. Well, let's go back into this.
Corey Bacon is number 19. Played for the Chargers.
Went crazy. He went crazy.
This one I didn't know either. Number 18, Donnie Shell.
Oh, really? Yeah.
5 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pro selections.
That's crazy to be undrafted.
Number 17.
I think this next one's going to surprise you more.
James Harrison.
James.
5 Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pro selections.
That one didn't surprise me much because I knew this one, but yeah, it would be surprising if I didn't know it already. Because unbelievable player.
You had a slow head turn like you did, and that's the only reason I was like, "Oh shit, we'll do."
Oh no. Because I was watching Giannis fall. He also hurt his back a little more on the way down at the end of that game. Also one of the single greatest plays I've ever seen in a Super Bowl against the Cardinals. Interception on the one or in the end zone.
I want to see what date this list was made. It still has him on this list as active. He's not retired yet. I just want to know when this was made.
That's funny.
He still has him as active. He probably is. He's always active in the gym and stuff. So I mean, do you think he can still play in the league? Nah, I know he can't. He's probably,
he can give you some snaps. Right. On like a deep defense that has like that rotates guys. He can give you some snaps.
Think so?
I think so. The dude was still lifting like he's crazy. He's a mailbox for legs. Like it's.
Number 16, Rod Smith.
Rod Smith wasn't drafted.
Broncos. He did his own. He held his own.
Rod Smith wasn't drafted. That's crazy. He was nasty.
3 Pro Bowls.
And he finished as the Broncos' career leader in catches, receiving yards, and receivers.
Yeah.
Now, this next one I did not know. The great Joe Jacoby from the Hogs, Washington Redskins.
Did not know that either.
4 Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pro selections.
Yeah, that's
Number
crazy.
14, Antonio Gates.
Gates, oh, that's right. Yeah, Gates famously not drafted.
Number 13, Tony Romo.
Not surprising. We saw his NFL career went.
He was nice. I love Tony Romo.
Love this one. Number 12, the Javelina great, John Randall.
Randall wasn't drafted. That's one of the best DTs I've ever seen.
He was undersized. You know how he even made the team? He snuck in some chains in his pants pockets.
That's funny.
So he could meet weight.
That is funny.
He got to get done somehow.
Number 11, Emmett Thomas. He's a great 2. 5 Pro Bowls, 1 All-Pro selection. He's in his Hall of Famer. Cornell Green. 13 seasons, 5 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pro selections. I did not know this one, too. Cliff Harris. 10. Nuh-uh.
What?
He said Cliff Harris, right? That's T.I.'s name.
10 NFL seasons, 6 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pro selections. Lou the Toe Groza.
Damn. Kickers, man.
9 Pro Bowl. He played 21 seasons as an undrafted free agent. 9 Pro Bowls, 4 All-Pro.
My bad. Yeah, no, he was tackle and kicker.
He
got 8 championships. He got more than Brady, dog. Hey, yo, the NFL be telling a lie. Lou got 8, baby.
Hey, what? He got 8 rings?
He got 8 rings, dog. They be telling a lie.
What they say? They say Brady had the most for quarterbacks.
4 AFC championships and 4 NFL.
That's funny.
Calm down, 2 Lakers and 6.
We already know that.
Number 7, Joe Perry.
Joe Perry, huh?
14 seasons, 3 Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pros. Willie Wood for the Packers. 12 seasons, 8 Pro Bowls, 5 All-Pro selections.
There's a lot of Pro Bowl selections for these guys who were not drafted. That's crazy.
Wow, I didn't know this one. Willie Brown from the Raiders. 16 seasons, 9 Pro Bowls, 5 All-Pro selections, and he's the Hall of Famer.
Jeez.
Warren Moon.
Crazy. That's the crazy one.
Yeah,
there was
that's because he went to the CFL.
Also, there was the whole black quarterback thing. So
17 seasons, 9 Pro Bowls, no All-Pro selections.
If you add his stats for when he played, which you wouldn't, his statistically
greatest quarterback all time.
Yeah, statistically
stats. Yeah,
threw for unbelievable amounts of yards. He basically was Black Dan Marino, like the way he could throw the ball.
He was Warren Moon.
He was Warren Moon.
He ain't no Black Dan Marino. He Warren Moon.
Dan Marino, the white Warren Moon.
There you go. Inland Tunnel. New York Giants. 14 seasons, 9 Pro Bowls, 4 All-Pros.
They look like they did that.
Number 2, I did not know this. Dick Night Train Lane. 14 seasons, 7 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pros. And he owns the rookie record for interceptions with 14 in 1952.
So we were right from
I knew the number.
Number 1, no surprise, Kurt Warner.
Absolutely.
12 seasons, 4 Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pro selections.
And a bowl.
Hit that pro one more time, Coach.
Hit the who?
Hit the pro. There it goes.
Yo, good thing I put in about 4 slips tonight. I would have been more mad, but goddamn the goddamn Bucks, man. Goddamn.
I love it.
Yo, I bet a single dollar on the prop bets for knockouts with Ryan Garcia. I put it like because you could pick them at every minute, like the minute 1 of round whatever, minute 2, minute 3. I picked every minute of like the round surrounding that. That's the 1 minute I didn't pick was that one. I put $1 on all of them. It wasn't a big deal, but like if you win, it was like $100 or $200 for a dollar bet. So I was like, I'm just gonna put $1 on all of these. And the 1 minute that I didn't pick, my man could not get up off the canvas.
Well, fellas, I got to hit the road. I got 2 days of work this week, so every night, all day, draft party, Thursday, Friday.
Let's get it.
They'll tell you the details. We're excited. Get your drinks ready. Get your food ready. We're having fun. We're going to be starting as soon as that first pick rolls in, before that actually, and then not going until the first, second, and third rounds are over. But shout out to all you guys. Shout out to everyone in the room. I felt like we had a ton of comments tonight.
Yeah,
it was insane. But tomorrow, be ready for the chop up. We got some fun ones for you. Check it out.
Chickadee chop up.
Sir.
Who got shout outs next?
I'll shout out everybody. Shout out to everybody tuning in tonight, man. It was a lot of comments tonight, so I do apologize. And then with some technical difficulties, again, everybody's comment up, but I believe I have, and I respect you all for giving your opinions and keep giving them. But other than that, you guys and Jacob, what makes the engine continue to go? I'm just over here running my mouth. I hope you have a good night.
Shout out to everybody.
Don't make his lunch. Have him make his own lunch.
Chat MVP. I couldn't quite gauge it, but it's got to be a tie between Marie and Jamie. They both was going to work tonight.
Bobby did his damn thing too.
Bobby was here. He left and came back.
We'll let you support the ladies, man. It's all good though. It's all good though. Bobby, you just leave you in the dust, man.
Bobby's like the season MVP. He's gonna get a whole different award because he's here first every night, pretty much. And so
Bobby, he's a member of the team, man.
Yeah, he's just a part of the team extended. Yeah, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the brand. Shout out to the draft show that's coming. Y'all better be with us, man. We're gonna have so much fun.
Oh, my bad.
So hype.
Shout out to you fellows, man. Shout out to Bobby, Marie, Kawan, Anthony, Chris, Jamie, Brian, and Kyrie. I forgot it. What's up, Funky Bunch? Yes, is this live? It is, man. But
it's live, man. You know live on Twitch, man. So catch us anytime, man.
Live at the end of our show
on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Come through.
Unless you about to do something crazy.
Hey, Bobby, you reading my mind. I was gonna say when you gonna jump on the show, but hey, we got you, dog. We'll hit you up, man. Good. Hey,
well, we appreciate y'all, man. Number love.
Absolutely.
Make sure you set aside your time. Get your food in early. Make sure because I believe we're gonna start a little bit early. I know the first pick is at 7, so we might start about 6:30, 6:45.
That's what I was like. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
For the anticipation. But man, make sure y'all hang in here with us Friday. Actually, be here all week.
Yeah, we're here all week. DeAndre Johnson is gonna go pro. I believe so. I believe he will.
DeAndre Johnson, yes, absolutely.
Time to go. Jake's back.
It's time to go. Jake's back. We definitely appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight, man. We showed nothing.
Tell your daughter I want some of that cake too. You heard?
But make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night. As the guys said, we got a chop up show for you. We always bring that heat. Come with your appetites and your minds. But with that being said, man, we appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Nothing but love. Y'all have a great evening. See y'all later. Peace.
Have a good night, fellas. Later.